If you have damaged curly hair and you are transitioning away from heat styling your hair all the time to now wearing it naturally curly, this routine is for you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Gina and I make videos all about naturally curly hair, and I really try and focus on those who are transitioning and trying to get their healthy curls back. I try and simplify things for beginners so that everyone can achieve healthy hair. For this video, I am partnering up with Curlsmith, one of my favorite curly hair brands, to bring you some of the new strength recipe products. I have been loving the strength recipe line from Curlsmith. It's a line that contains proteins that help strengthen damaged hair, and they just released a couple new additions to the strength recipe line. So I'm excited to incorporate those in this wash day routine. I'm gonna walk you through how to use them. I'm gonna show you how I use them to get these results. So let's get started with the routine. So if you've been around on my channel for a while, you know that I'm a huge fan of doing a pre-poo treatment and dry detangling. Dry detangling is a lot healthier for your hair if you suffer from damaged hair because it's going to prevent breakage. If you think you're struggling with breakage, then I highly recommend checking out my video all about breakage. It's called Breakage 101. I'll link it for you down below because I cover all the common causes and we talk about dry detangling in that video as well. This basically helps prevent your hair from breaking off when you are detangling it, because when our hair is wet, it's in its weakest state. So it doesn't make sense for us to be detangling a lot in the shower when our hair is wet and saturated with conditioner. That can just lead to more breakage. So by sectioning off your hair and detangling dry and using just your fingers to detangle, then you're going to prevent breakage, especially if you have very fragile hair. I like applying a pre-poo oil the night before I wash my hair, or at least 30 minutes before I shampoo, so that way that oil can really soak in. You can really use any oil that you want as long as it's one that will actually penetrate some into the hair. And using a pre-poo oil will also help protect your hair during the shampoo process because it can fill in those gaps in your cuticle and help give the hair more slip when you are dry detangling. It also prevents the shampoo from being too harsh on your very fragile hair. Now this step is totally optional, but you could do a bonding treatment. And a bond treatment is basically going to repair your hair, and it's one of the only ways you can actually repair damage that's already been done other than cutting it off. It will help make your hair stronger, and Curlsmith does have a bond repair treatment. This is their Bond Curl Rehab Salve. I've done a full video review and a comparison review for this product, so I will link it down below so you can see the full tutorial on how to use it. But this basically contains proteins and other ingredients that help repair broken bonds in your hair, so it's going to strengthen it. This is a pre-poo treatment, so you do apply this before you shampoo your hair, and you don't want to use it too often because it's a very strong treatment. So I would only do this about once a week or every 3 to 4 washes, depending on how damaged your hair is. But this is going to help improve resilience, protect your hair from breakage, and improve bond stability. So it's got all natural ingredients, just like all Curlsmith products, and this has definitely been one of my favorites. And a bonus, it actually really improves your curl definition. Whenever I use this, my curls just spring up. I get so much shrinkage and lots of great definition, so it will tighten up your curl pattern. So let's hop in the shower and let's talk about the new shampoo and conditioner from the Strength Recipe line. So starting out in the shower, I am wetting down my hair. Luckily it's already detangled, but I do still like to detangle a little bit before shampooing. So to detangle, I'm using the Curlsmith Multitasking Conditioner. This is a 3-in-1 conditioner. This can be used as a leave-in, a rinse out, or a deep conditioner. So I'm using it first as a rinse out just to detangle. I highly recommend trying this if you have very damaged hair. It really helps to make sure your hair is completely detangled before you go in with shampoo. Sometimes when you're scrubbing with shampoo, it can just cause more tangles and really rough up your hair. So this will help protect your fragile hair and make sure that you can get a thorough cleanse without tangles being in the way. I love the slip that this had too. I do also use conditioner again after shampoo, so I will show you how I use it as a deep conditioner and talk more about it in just a minute. So now for shampoo, I'm using the Curlsmith Coarse Strength Shampoo, which is also part of their strength recipe. This is a protein-enriched, gentle shampoo that is great for frequent washes. It does lather up really nicely, and I thought that it cleansed my scalp great. It does have protein in it, but it's at a lower level, so it's not gonna give you protein overload or anything. It does have that bond building technology like the whole strength line does, which is a patent ingredient that helps strengthen the internal hair structure. So it is going to help repair damaged hair. It also has all natural ingredients such as prickly pear cactus, pumpkin seed oil, wild rice protein, shredded kale, pressed hemp oil, and guava juice. So I did find this shampoo to be very moisturizing, just like all of the Curlsmith shampoos, so it's not going to leave your hair feeling stripped. I can still get my hands through my hair after shampooing, which is always my goal. So now going back to the Curlsmith multitasking conditioner, I'm going to be using this as a deep conditioner. So as you can see, I pick up a lot more product and apply this to my ends first and then work it up to the top. So this multitasking conditioner is moisturizing and it also strengthens, so you get that protein moisture balance. And again, the protein ingredient is lower on the list, so it's not going to give you protein overload. I've never gotten a super drying feeling out of the Strength Recipe products. It also softens, detangles, makes your hair feel much more manageable, which is great because I know if you have damaged hair, you probably struggle with tangles a lot. This also has that bond building technology in it, so it is going to help repair your damaged hair. If you use it as a conditioner, I would recommend leaving it on for about 2 minutes, then rinsing it out after your hair has been detangled. If you use it as a deep conditioner like I'm doing, I like to do a little bit of squish to condish first to make sure it's really in there, and then I put my hair up in a shower cap, and I'm going to leave this on for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'm going to rinse it out. If you want to use it as a leave-in, you can just rake it through your wet hair that has just been washed and leave it in, and that can be used sort of like a leave-in in a cream. So if you plan to try out this product, let me know in the comments down below. Are you team in or team out? I'm team out for this video because I use it as a deep conditioner, which you rinse out. Or are you team in and out? Do you plan to use it as a leave-in and a rinse out conditioner? I love a good multitasking product because you have that freedom to mix and match and that flexibility to use it however you wish, and you save money because you get multiple uses out of one product, which I love. So I've already rinsed out that deep conditioner after letting it sit while I did my makeup. So now I'm just going to apply a little bit more water to my hair. And for my first styling product, I'm going to use the Curlsmith Hold Me Softly Style Balm. This is a cream that is part of their moisture recipe. To ensure that your hair is properly moisture and protein balanced, I recommend starting off with a protein-free product because I am going to be using a protein gel. I really recommend using a cream or a leave-in first if you have damaged hair because sometimes your hair can feel dry with just gel. The gel I'm using in just a minute does still have moisture, but when your hair is damaged, you definitely need that extra layer of moisture first. It protects the hair and it will keep it from drying out throughout the week. So now I'm going to be sectioning off my hair to apply my gel. For the gel, I'm using the new Curlsmith Shape Up Aqua Gel. This is again part of their Strength Recipe line, so it has those same ingredients that help strengthen the hair like wild rice protein. It's very, very lightweight. It's definitely more lightweight than their other products, more lightweight than the jelly that they have. This gives a light cast that is easy to scrunch out. It also has that bond building technology. I think this formula is spot on for people with damaged hair because I personally like using something that has a lot of slip and is very liquidy and easy to apply, because when you have a lot of damage and tangles to your hair, it really helps to have that slip in all of your products, especially your gel. And I chose to section off my hair because I think it is important to make sure your hair is fully smoothed out when it's very damaged, because I know that it can get very tangled. The Be Hairful brush is great at creating lots of ringlets, smoothing out frizz, and giving you curl clumps, but it does have a lot of tension. So I would actually advise against using a brush like this if you had very damaged hair. However, this gel has a lot of slip and prevents it from snagging or anything like that. And so I think that it definitely works with this gel. But if your hair is super fragile, I wouldn't use a brush at all and just use your hands to smooth everything out, or use a brush that has less tension so you don't get any breakage. Using a styling brush helped me so much when I was transitioning because my curls didn't want to spring up as much, so you'll definitely get more shrinkage when using a brush. Just be very careful to not cause any tangles. And you'll see a lot of times I do go through the strand first to make sure it's tangle free before actually creating that ringlet. So to add a little bit more hold, I am going in with the Curlsmith Curl Defining Styling Souffle. This is just a little tip if you want to customize the amount of hold that your hair has. I know when you have damaged hair, you tend to get a lot of frizz easily, and sometimes light hold doesn't always work for people with very damaged hair. So this styling souffle gives me medium to strong hold. So I just applied a little bit by glazing over the surface and scrunching some on the ends. So if you have any areas that tend to frizz up more, like your ends, you could apply it there. But if you just wanted to get the Shape Up Aqua Gel, the one with protein, just use more product to be able to get more hold. And another tip is to apply it to damp hair, and that will also give you more hold as opposed to soaking wet, which tends to dilute products. The Aqua Gel already has a lot of water in it, so you can apply it to damp hair. And it's also great for refreshing too. I love it for refresh days. So you'll see me just kind of checking the back to make sure my scalp is fully covered. That's just a little tip if you have low density hair. I like to always check the back and make sure the crown area is covered before I go in and diffuse. So for my diffuser, I use the Conair Infinity Pro Texture Watt Styler. I highly recommend this dryer if you have damaged hair because it doesn't get too hot, so it's not going to damage your hair. I have a whole video all about how to diffuse your hair without frizz, and I show you a plopping and hovering method. I recommend checking that out because you can still get definition by a plopping, but you're also hovering, so it's not going to cause frizz and give you even more damage. So now that my hair is dry, I am going to scrunch out the gel cast. So I'm just going to flip my hair over and shake out my roots so I get more volume, and then scrunch with dry hands. You want to make sure your hands are dry whenever you're touching dry hair to prevent frizz from forming. And you want to make sure your hair is fully dry before you do this. If you want your curls to last longer and you don't want any frizz to form, I would recommend leaving that gel cast in. When I had very damaged hair, I had to use stronger hold gels, and I wanted that cast to stay in because my hair frizzed up very easily and would lose moisture easily. But one thing I love about the Curlsmith products is my curls always look great on next day hair, and they never dry out whenever I use the Curlsmith products. I can go more days in between, and my hair doesn't tangle up in between, which is a huge thing when you have damaged hair. Refreshing can be so tough. And if you saw my last video, that video was actually on day 3 or 4 hair with using this same routine. So check that out if you want to see how my hair looks after several days of this routine. So that is it for this routine for damaged hair. Make sure you check out the new Curlsmith Strength Recipe products. I will link them all down below. And I do have a discount code for 10% off new customers. So if you've never purchased from Curlsmith before and you're interested in trying them out, now is definitely the time to do so. You can get that 10% off code. I will have it down below. I'm also going to list out all of these steps for this routine on the blog post that goes with this video. That way you can refer back to it. You can save it as a guide when you are doing your routine for your damaged hair. I will list out all the steps as well as all the products that I used in this video. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to subscribe. But before you leave, I hope to see you back next week, and I'll talk to you guys in next week's video. Bye everyone.